Right now, as you watch this, something is passing through your body at nearly the speed of light, and you don't feel a thing because 95% of reality is completely invisible to you. Your eyes are liars. Not intentionally, but they only show you a fraction of what exists. Think about it this way. You're sitting in a room right now, and you believe you see everything around you. The walls, the furniture, maybe a window with light streaming through. But here's what you're actually missing. Infrared radiation is painting heat signatures across every surface. Ultraviolet rays are bouncing off objects, creating patterns you'll never witness. Radio waves from 1,000 sources are flooding through the space. Magnetic fields are wrapping around electrical devices, and that's just the beginning of what you cannot perceive. The human eye evolved to see a very specific slice of reality. We call it the visible spectrum. It's the tiny band of electromagnetic radiation between about 380 nanometers to 700 nanometers. That sounds like a lot until you realize the electromagnetic spectrum stretches infinitely in both directions. We're essentially looking at existence through a keyhole and calling it the full view, the invisible light. Let's start with light itself, because even light has secrets. Beyond the red end of what you can see lies infrared radiation. This is heat made visible, but only to creatures with the right equipment. Pit vipers hunt in total darkness using infrared sensors in their faces. They see the warm glow of prey animals like you might see a flashlight in the dark. Imagine walking through your house at night and instead of turning on lights, you simply saw the warm signature of everything that holds heat. Your coffee mug glowing brighter where you touched it, your footprints fading slowly on the floor, the ghost of your hand hovering where you rested it on the wall. On the other side of visible light, past violet, lives ultraviolet radiation. Flowers evolved entire patterns in UV to guide insects toward pollen. A simple yellow flower that looks plain to you explodes into a bullseye target when seen through ultraviolet vision. Bees see this. Birds see this. Some reindeer can even see UV light reflecting off white fur, making predators visible against snow. The world is decorated in colors that exist, but remain forever hidden from human perception. The dark universe. But invisible light is just the opening act. The real mystery is the dark universe. Scientists have discovered something deeply unsettling. When they calculate all the visible matter in the universe, every star, every planet, every gas cloud, every atom that we can detect with any telescope, it only adds up to about 5% of what should be there. 5%. Everything you've ever seen or touched or measured makes up less than 1/20th of reality. The rest is invisible. 27% is something called dark matter. It doesn't absorb light, it doesn't reflect light, it doesn't emit light, it doesn't interact with the electromagnetic spectrum at all. So how do we know it exists? Gravity. When astronomers watch galaxies spin, they rotate way too fast. The visible matter doesn't have enough gravitational pull to hold them together. They should be flying apart like a merry-go-round spinning too quickly, but they don't. Something invisible is adding mass. Something is holding the universe together with gravity we can measure, but matter we cannot see. Then there's dark energy, and this is where reality gets truly strange. It makes up 68% of everything that exists. Scientists discovered it by accident when measuring distant supernovas. The universe isn't just expanding, it's accelerating. Something is pushing galaxies apart faster and faster. Some invisible force is literally tearing the fabric of space itself, causing it to grow. We have no idea what this energy is. We just know it's there, and it's winning the cosmic tug of war against gravity. Forces we feel but never see. Think about the forces acting on you right this second. Gravity is pulling you toward the center of the Earth with relentless, invisible hands. You've never seen gravity. You've only seen its effects. Drop something, and you watch the object fall, but the force itself remains completely invisible. Einstein showed us that gravity isn't even a force in the traditional sense. It's the warping of space-time itself. Massive objects bend the fabric of reality, and everything else follows those curves like marbles rolling on a stretched sheet. The Earth has a magnetic field wrapping around the entire planet, protecting you from solar radiation that would strip away the atmosphere. This shield is invisible to you, but migratory birds sense it. They have magnetic crystals in their brains that let them see or feel the field lines. They navigate thousands of miles using a map you cannot perceive. Imagine having a built-in compass that shows you invisible highways in the sky. That's their reality.
The quantum realm. Now let's go smaller, much smaller, into the quantum realm where the rules of visibility completely break down. At the scale of atoms and subatomic particles, matter stops being solid. An atom is mostly empty space. If you scaled up an atom to the size of a football stadium, the nucleus would be a marble at the center, and the electrons would be tiny gnats buzzing around the outer walls. Everything in between is void. You are mostly empty space, held together by forces. But quantum particles don't behave like normal objects. They exist in states of probability until observed. An electron doesn't have a specific location. It has a cloud of possible locations. All of them exist simultaneously until something measures it. This isn't philosophy. This is measured, tested, repeatable science. Reality at the quantum scale is invisible, even to instruments, until the very act of looking forces it to make a choice. Quantum entanglement lets particles affect each other instantly across any distance. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Change the spin of one entangled particle, and its partner changes immediately, even if it's on the other side of the universe. No signal passes between them. The effect is instantaneous. Something connects them through invisible channels we still don't fully understand. Invisible particles everywhere. Right now, neutrinos are passing through you, trillions of them every single second. They come from the sun, from cosmic rays, from distant supernovas. They pass through the entire Earth like it's not even there. A neutrino could travel through a light year of solid lead and probably not hit anything. They barely interact with matter at all. You are completely transparent to neutrinos. They've been streaming through your body since before you were born and will continue long after you're gone.
Cosmic rays are hitting the atmosphere above you, creating showers of particles. High-energy protons from distant galaxies smashing into air molecules and fragmenting into cascades of subatomic debris. Some of this reaches the surface, some passes through you. Your body is being bombarded constantly by radiation from space, and you feel nothing. Seeing the invisible. So how do we know about any of this if we can't see it? We built new eyes. Telescopes that see in infrared revealed stars being born inside dust clouds that looked empty in visible light. X-ray telescopes showed black holes devouring matter, creating radiation as material spirals to its doom. Radio telescopes mapped the cosmic microwave background, the leftover glow from the Big Bang itself, still washing over us almost 14 billion years later. Particle accelerators let us see the invisible by smashing matter together at incredible energies. The Large Hadron Collider discovered the Higgs boson, a particle that gives other particles mass. It exists for only a fraction of a second before decaying, but its effects ripple through every atom in your body. You have mass because of a field you cannot see, interacting with particles you cannot perceive. Gravitational wave detectors like LIGO can sense ripples in space-time itself. When black holes collide billions of light years away, they create waves that propagate through the universe. By the time they reach Earth, they're stretching and squeezing space by less than the width of a proton, but we can measure them. We can hear the universe ringing like a bell from collisions we'll never witness with light. What it means. The invisible universe isn't just a curiosity, it's the foundation of reality. The atoms in your body were forged in stars. The calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood came from supernovas billions of years ago. Those stars are gone, but their invisible legacy is written into your DNA. You are made of stardust, held together by invisible forces, following rules that play out in dimensions you cannot perceive.
Dark matter sculpted the large-scale structure of the cosmos. Without it, galaxies never would have formed. Stars would be scattered randomly through space. Planets would never have had stable orbits. You exist because invisible matter created the gravitational wells where visible matter could gather and ignite. Every technology you use touches the invisible. Radio waves carry your phone calls. Microwaves heat your food. Infrared sensors unlock your phone. X-rays see through your skin. GPS satellites account for relativity, the bending of space-time that affects their clocks. You navigate reality using tools that interact with what you cannot see. The universe is vastly stranger and more wonderful than it appears. What you see is real, but it's only the beginning. For every star you can see in the night sky, there are invisible forces holding it in place, invisible particles streaming from its core, invisible fields wrapping around it, invisible dimensions of space-time bending beneath it. Reality is an iceberg, and you're seeing only the tip. So the next time you look around, remember this. The room you're in is flooded with invisible light. Your body is transparent to invisible particles. Invisible forces are holding every atom in place, and 95% of everything that exists is playing out in frequencies and dimensions your eyes will never register. The invisible universe isn't somewhere else. It's right here. It always has been. You just needed to know where not to look.